Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Singapore. Delighted to be with you. A little bit late starting this match, but better late than never. And we have a men's pro second round match underway. Just in the third game of the match now. My name's David. I'll be your commentator for the match. And let me introduce the players, the stars of the show. Serving at the moment on the far side, Danny Brissell, four-time APPT champion, number 1 seed. And for the first time in the APPT, playing with his partner Joaquim Florenza. So yeah, making his debut. Last week he played with Manuel Yusta, but a new partner this week. In Jakarta, just reaching the semis, much to his disappointment, Danny Brissell. So looking to go a bit better this week. We have another men's pro match on the far court underway also, but Danny, Joaquim, they are playing against Shane Marshall and Enzo Chua. Shane from Australia, Enzo Singaporean. Playing in the black, Shane the taller of the two with a white cap on when they make their way back to the court. Enzo the smaller with the long hair tied up. And it's all going to serve at the moment. Danny and Joaquim both holding serve. Shane doing so on golden point in his first service game. So it's 2-1 to the number 1 seeds, the Spaniards. Day 3 of the APPT here in Singapore. First time the APPT tour has visited Singapore. Delighted to be here. Second tournament in 2 weeks. We were in Jakarta last week and we will remain in Singapore next week also for a third tournament in 3 weeks. Anyway, Enzo serving. It's Joaquim to receive, playing on the right-handed player in the light blue top and the white shorts. Enzo the left-hander serving his second serve now. Shane with a big smash, and that's good enough. Joaquim not there to get it. And 15 love for Enzo and Shane. And into the net from Enzo as he looked to play a slightly more gentle volley. Enzo and Shane played pretty much every competition in the pro. They did venture into the amateur division once, lost in the final there in Bali in 3 sets. But back to the pros now for their home tour event. Enzo with a big smash once more, and that's a real big part of his game. Packs a big old punch in that smash. 30-15. That'll be their game, looking to maneuver opportunities for Enzo to get a smash from close to the net. Shane with a nice Chiquita. A tennis player and coach for many years. Great hands, lovely soft touch, putting the ball in short Chiquita style, and Enzo there to capitalise with the volley. 40-15. First serve into the net from Enzo. Serving to Joaquim Florenza. Not sure what happened there. But back to his mark, serving again.
Shane
with the bandejas into the corner. Danny deals with it calmly, and they're forward to the net now, volleying nicely, forcing Shane and Enzo backwards. A good lob though. And that's a nice bajada into the feet of Shane, tall man, forcing him downwards. And 40-30, still 1 game point. Just long. Oh, nice catch. Enzo just lifting the ball a little there on the volley. Joaquin quick to pounce. A simple backhand volley down the middle, splitting the gap and forcing juice one. An advantage to the serving pair. That one in at the feet of Danny, getting the better of him. And a game point once more. Little conversation. Working out what to do differently this time to capitalise on the advantage. First serve is long once more. Nice high return. That one's over the head of Enzo. Uses the side glass nicely. Joaquin back comfortably and lobbing again. And he read it off the fence nicely, Joaquin. But he couldn't get it over the net. And it is a hold for Shane and Enzo. Working hard to hold their serve. Golden point in the first game. That was after juice one this time, so no easy holds so far. Big smash from Danny there. 15 love. They need to keep the return of serves a little lower than that, going for a flat shot. So let first serve. Long from Shane. 30 love. Three. What a third shot of the rally. Great shot there. Down into the corner from Joaquin. 40 love. And there's the game. I don't think we had a rally longer than 3 shots in that one. So yeah, it's tough for Shane and Enzo to hold serve at the moment. Quick as a flash for Danny and Joaquin. And they lead 3-2. It will be Shane to serve first when the players resume. Good smash, Enzo. It's 15-0 on the serve of Shane and Enzo this time. Serving into Joaquin, into the fence. That one's long. 30-15, joined in the commentary box by Matty Thomas. Morning, Matty.
Morning, David. Good to see you again.
Yeah, likewise. We were together in Jakarta. Good to have you back. Sleep well last night?
Slept well. Very different conditions here in Singapore this week. We've noticed there's a bit of rain we've had the last few days, and the surface as well. So it should be a very interesting tournament to see who dominates this week.
Absolutely. We had four Spanish teams in the semi-finals last week in Jakarta in the men's pro. It will be interesting to see if it's the same again, or if conditions, as you say, create a little bit of variety. 40-15, I make it in this one. This game, Shane and Enzo looking to make it 3-all. Just landed in, catching Shane by surprise a little, but he's back in recovery now. And that one goes wide, trying to control the overhead on the volley. Couldn't quite do so. Still a game point though. They're up against the number 1 seeds, still looking to keep pace. They don't want to fall behind at any stage. It's a nice one into the fence, and the ball is killed by that one, and we are at 3-3. Any early analysis that things you're spotting so far in the game?
Yeah, definitely. With a bit of rain this week, and also the court surface quite thin as well, the ball's staying really low. So what you notice, Joaquim and Danny, just like that serve, keeping the ball nice and low with lots of spin, so it's really hard to defend against. The main goal on this surface here is to try and control the net and keep the ball down low into the corners. Good shot.
Just like that. Lovely pace on the ball from Shane, and a little love 15. I think that might be the first point conceded on serve by Danny and Joaquim so far in the match. Apologies for the camera invader there, and there's a love 30. And having held serve very comfortably so far, now under a little pressure. Danny quick to get on, keen to get on with things quickly, I should say. Lovely high lob from Enzo, and that's a beautiful bajada from Joaquim there. He had a
shot of the day so far, I would suggest.
Indeed. He had a narrow gap to put that ball in, and he placed it in wonderfully well. Another bajada coming now from Danny, and Shane was well placed to get it, but into the net. And at love 30 against the number 1 seed, you've got to take your chances. It wasn't under too much pressure with that volley there, not having to contend with any spin or skiddiness off the surface like he was there. Couldn't control that backhand. Flies out over the side fence in 40-30, so the loves 30 situation more than rescued now. Danny and Joaquin look to keep themselves ahead. And he does indeed. Shane caught out a little bit there by the bounce of the ball on the glass, and it is a hold in the end for Joaquin and Danny. They lead 4-3, but a little bit of a glimpse of hope for Enzo and Shane compared to previous service games.
Yeah, they started the game well. They made the first 2 points. Big difference though there, Joaquin and Danny, when they need to win points, they can win quick, easy points off the serve or the first volley. They apply a lot of pressure on the first 2 balls, which is really, really crucial. What we notice about Enzo and Shane, they have to work really hard at the moment to win their points, maybe on ball 4, ball 5. So I'd like to try and see them be a bit more proactive in the first couple of shots of the rally to apply a bit more pressure to Joaquin and Danny.
Let's see if that is what happens. Spaniards keen to get on with things, quickly back on the court. Shane and Enzo still having a big discussion off court, taking their time.
What are your thoughts on the club here this week? Do you like the club here in Singapore?
Yeah, lovely vibe, very chilled. We've had a lot of spectators come to watch, so it's been really good. And yeah, just a lovely little green part of the city. It's nice.
A nice atmosphere, nice community. We've got a few locals here today to support Shane and Enzo. So I really like the community the club have built here. They've done a great job.
Absolutely. And plenty of choice in Singapore, about 7 or 8 clubs now, I think, in what is a relatively small city in the scale of things. But yeah, people delighted to be picking the cage as their home. That's a lovely volley down the middle, as you say, low and spin. Catching Danny off guard. Footwork wasn't quite as he would want it to be there, maybe not anticipating that. 15 love. Oh, it's another nice volley from Enzo. Lovely hands, lovely touch. And a couple of volley winners for him in this game. Looks like they are taking the pace off a little there. And a good serve. Joaquin not keen to let the glass get involved there, trying to take it early.
Just notice how low the ball is staying, especially off the glass.
Yeah.
So the more you can put with speed and spin into the corners or down the middle, the better position you're going to be in when attacking.
Yeah. 40 love. A nice lob on the turn from Joaquin. Danny underneath this. And that's beautifully into the corner. Well rescued by Shane. And a little backhand flick from Enzo. Doesn't get that one done. 40-15. 1 point back. Nice scooped up little lob. And that's a big lob from Enzo. Just clips the fence, so the Bajada was changed to a lob, and a smash into the feet makes it 4-4. The longer this goes on, the more and more hope and belief that Enzo will have that they can cause a little upset here.
Yeah, Enzo's a fantastic player. For me, one of the best upcoming players in Asia, but also a real confidence player. When things are going his way like now, he's a real good player on the court. So this is a great game for them to be involved in.
Good. A little long, millimetres long on the lob return there. It's pity because he sent it up nice and high. 15 love, but into the net from Joaquin Florenza. Shane again looking to keep the pace off. Oh, and he gets that one back. Danny having a flick, but can't control the angles. Super stuff from Shane there. Anticipating a big smash from Danny, reading it well. And whether he judged the pace on that shot or just throwing a racket at it, I'm not sure, but it worked out for the best. Danny, careful on this one. Happy to play a lob back. Shane underneath. And he'll want that one back for another shot. Slightly uncharacteristic error. Looking for the bandeja down the middle, but into the net. And all too easy a point there to give away. 30-15. I think that one's drifting long as well. 40-15. And I would note quite a lot of serve return errors from Shane and Enzo. Maybe just pushing the fine margins against what they perceive to be better players. 3 in the game. And it's 5-4 for Danny and Joaquin Florenza. Sorry, they're not being made to work hard enough, I think, on their own serve at the moment. Need to get the ball back in play and force them to win the points rather than giving them away for Shane and Enzo.
And I think this game will be really interesting. Knowing Danny and Joaquin's experience now, I think they're really trying to apply the pressure. So I think you'll see a different energy and maybe a different pattern of play the first 2 points. Just trying to make Shane and Enzo play. Because the last game Shane and Enzo played was actually a really quick service game.
Yeah.
Probably their quickest
First
match.
one, yeah.
So I think this will be a big difference. Interestingly enough, Enzo's my roommate this week. So he was up all last night and this morning chatting about how excited about this match he is.
Yeah.
So it's good to see so much passion by Enzo, and he's playing very well to start today.
Good. What was his idea? What did you just discuss over your cinnamon toast this morning?
Cinnamon toast was fantastic.
Yeah.
Not as good as the donut yesterday, but cinnamon toast was good. His game plan, knowing the surface, knowing the court, was to try and be really aggressive, to apply pressure. So to try and win the net, play with his overhead. It's difficult to bounce the ball out here with the surface being so wet.
Yeah.
More on the first volley and the serve. What they've done really well is that, but they haven't returned, as you mentioned earlier, as well at the moment.
Yeah.
So I look to see if they can rectify this.
Good, yeah. 4-5 down, Shane to serve. I feel like in the past when I've watched Danny, when he wants to apply pressure, a lot of chiquitas and quick bursts to the net to try and intimidate the opponents, get in their face. Curious to see if he tries something like that in this one, but no, going for the lob, but to the net. Controls that superbly well, and he's won the net there, yeah. I think we spoke last week about Danny and his the necessity for him to win the net, to really impose himself on a match.
I think for me, he was the best player in Jakarta last week at winning the net. As soon as he sees that lob go over the left-sided player's head, he tries to push forward and win that volley, just like that last one. He's done the same this point as well.
And that's just going to drift wide from Enzo. He looked to use the back glass, but he couldn't get the direction right. And love 30. And as you say, the big pressure game, 4-5. Can you hold your nerve? And Shane and Enzo have got their work cut out for them now. Down the middle. Lovely return. Soft volley from Shane. I think he was trying to drop it shorter than that. And that's wide from Enzo. He was looking for a chiquita, I think, but overcooked it. And love 40 and 3 set points for the Spaniards. Well defended from Danny, and that one's going to land in. Shane on the backhand. Good choice. Joaquin underneath, and that's a super shot into the feet of Enzo. And that's the set. All of a sudden, it was all steady, all level. And that's Padel. I suppose blink of an eye and it's all changed.
But for me, that was all about Danny. showed great intention the first 3 points, winning the net, winning the volley battle, and then it worked to love. So as soon as they apply that tactic, which is where Danny's so strong and Joaquin can control the back, is where they're a very tough team to play against. But they controlled that game really well.
And it does just look like an early round match, I suppose, in the sense that both teams a little cautious almost. It's not been a game full of wow points, wow shots, just a lot of steady play. As I suppose teams try to find their rhythm in the competition, playing for the first time and become familiar with the courts, the environment, the setting, etc. So
exactly. First match, Joaquin and Danny, they didn't play last week. They're playing today, so their first tournament back to playing outdoors compared to last week indoors, weather conditions. So it does take time to feel your way into it. We played yesterday, the first match. We got rained off halfway through, and we had a little rain break. So you actually change your tactics and philosophy how you try and play. So you'll start to see that here as well now.
Absolutely. How do you think the sort of outdoor humidity compares to that indoor AC condition of last week? What does that change in the game?
Ball bounce is very differently. This surface here, the ball bouncing very low. So instead of playing the 3-meter smash or kick smash, you're playing a lot more bandejas and vibras, trying to win the net as well. Playing last week, you've got a lot more time to defend from the back and build patience. Yeah. But this is all about how quickly you can get to the net and how well you maintain the net.
Yeah. Ooh, almost Enzo, almost. He was perhaps a little far forward on the court, but 30 love from Joaquin on the service. Enzo in place now. Nice serve. And as you say, no smashing yet, really. Danny's hit a couple, which were both retrieved. But yeah, Joaquin going for some vibra bandeja most of the time, as he did there. And once more, happy to play down the middle. Nicely in position to make that one tricky.
They've actually won the last 10 points here as well. Game to love.
Yeah. I think the one before was, it could even be more than 10, I think. It was love 30 on their previous serve and then to game, so 12 points in a row.
So it just shows that momentum. And when they've turned the screw, they've made it really hard for Shane and Enzo.
Yeah. Absolutely. 12 points on the trot. So you weren't wrong with your 10.
It could have been better there.
It could have been. And the hunt for a point continues now. Well defended from Danny. You can definitely see they're reading the ball better, footwork is better, just as they get used to the conditions as the game goes on. And into the net. And they've stopped the rot. 12 points in a row is over, much to the relief of the Australian-Singaporean pair on the far side. Good roommate, keeping his things clean, tidy.
He's very good. Mum and Dad are fantastic as well. Looked after us really well.
Good kid. Enzo going for the smash there. His favourite shot, but it didn't come off. And as quick as he hit the smash, all of a sudden it was coming back twice as quick. And he was under pressure. A little flick of the wrist wasn't enough. 15-0. And there's another smash. And again. They're reading it well, recognising the bounce just isn't quite kicking as much as you would like. Difficult to get the ball out by 3 here so far this weekend. And Joaquin confident in his positioning to get that one back. 15-30 for serve. Nice play by Shane. And again, lovely Chiquita. Enzo tries to put it in the gap. And it's into the net from Joaquin. He had a gaping hole down the sideline there to put it in, but couldn't get the ball over. 30-0.
I think the biggest difference here is when Danny and Joaquin have any smash or volley, they apply a lot of pressure with spin and spin. At the moment, Enzo and Shane maybe lifting the ball up a little bit too high, which gives Mark and Joaquin and Danny more chance to attack, just like that.
Yeah, playing a little too flat with their overheads at the moment, I would say, yeah. And there you go, you see exactly there The overhead, plenty of spin on it, forcing Enzo down low. Whereas, yeah, we've seen Shane a couple of times. You think it looks as though he's not sure whether to stick or twist. Play a big smash, and he just tends to play a slower overhead, but flat face, keeping the ball kicking high off the back glass.
And there's two parts of it. It's one of the technical ability of Danny and Joaquin, but also the tactical to what to do with the ball.
Yeah, and that was much better from Enzo there. He was really fast to the net after his serve, able to take the ball at a good height, advancing, not giving Danny any time to react as he hit it straight back to where it had come from. So, and again, good from Shane. Enzo sticking to that aggressive philosophy that you said he spoke about this morning. But Joaquin certainly reading it well at the moment, able to get it back, but Shane well positioned. Game point. I thought that was just long, the serve, but they play on. And there's Danny at the net. Oh, he's left the gap there as he gambled. Well covered from Joaquin and well judged. He's under the high ball now. And into the net from Shane as he looked to play a Chiquita into the feet of Joaquin as he made his way back to the net. Juice one? Juice one, I think. Juice two. Into the net from Enzo. Nice high return, Shane underneath. That one's a bit high and floaty. Enzo does well to get it back. Danny into the corner, and it's too good.
Go, go, go! Vamos, Enzo!
Some exuberant supporters nearby, but lovely to hear the enthusiasm for Padel.
I think we've got a little local fan club here. We've got Jaco Oosthuizen and Mark Burnell's here, having a little rivalry off the court.
Oh, and Enzo into the net, and that's the game. The break in the second set. 2-love for Danny and Joaquin. It will be them to serve next. Lovely winner from Danny, reading the plate. Good shot into the corner. Shane unable to get there. Set down in a breakdown. Tough position to be. You see any change in body language or anything from Enzo and Shane at the moment?
Not so much. The games are going pretty quick as well. They need to try and like this point here.
Yeah. Tough. Looks as though the dominance has just sort of increased a little, so. Someone's just delivered me a half-eaten pan of chocolat for my breakfast, so very kind of them. I will take that. Oh, lucky Enzo, unlucky, great stretch, but into the net. And that's the game, 3-love in the second set. And Joaquin and Danny have certainly put their foot on the accelerator here.
Yeah, they knew when to put it on. That 5-4 game, played a really good game. They just built momentum after that. They've got a lot better control than that. And what we see with Shane and Enzo, maybe they tend their foot off the gas a little bit with their speed and spin they're putting the ball. So it's a really important game to try and see if they can get back into this match. Otherwise, it's going to be game over now.
back underway. Love 15. Just missed the point there. Apologies for that. Shane's defensive efforts flying onto the nearby court. Ball retrieved. Nicely down the middle from Enzo. Shane underneath. That's a better shot. And yes, taking the pace off, a lot more spin, the ball dying after the glass, making it a lot tougher for his opponent, and it's into the top of the net. You can see Shane there just noticing the ball fluffy already. It's not even, I don't think the courts are that damp today versus yesterday, but the ball's really deteriorating there, which will change how you can play. Danny going for the Chiquita after the back glass there. Nice tactic with Shane quite deep in the court, having to hustle quickly to get back to the net, but he couldn't get it over.
Yeah, you can see now the balls are fluffed up a lot. The head ball's now really heavy. So on a ball like that, you've really got to push through the ball now. Yeah. A ball that you normally just use your hands, it won't happen on this surface in court. So really got to push through the ball with the contact in front of your body.
I thought that was out, but they play on. Good defense from Danny. Smash coming from Enzo, and again Joaquin's there. Heavy ball. It's not going to fly like a brand new one.
Maybe the wrong shot selection as well there. Yeah. Joaquin's already wearing that. Maybe a Vibra down the middle would have probably won the point there by Enzo.
Good.
Just landing in, lovely defense on the spin. Nice bandeja from Shane, and he's in position there, but it's quite short. He does well though, not well enough. And another break point has come for the Spaniards. Again, Shane and Enzo under pressure. They want to get themselves on the board in this set. Love 3 down. They won't want to go 4. That's a better shot by Enzo for sure. Just sneaks in from Joaquin. Danny able to get the bandeja in there, back to the net quickly. Shane on the stretch, it just lands in. He's under pressure again though, good flick. Once more. Enzo, great defense, getting that ball down to the feet, and it was able to change the rhythm of the rally. Nicely into the corner from Shane. Enzo's at the net quickly. It's a great rally this. What a shot. Oh! It continues. I think that's the concession of the game. Shane thought it was out, stopped playing. Both Danny and Enzo said no, it was in. The point conceded on break point. I can't believe that's happened. You just got to play on there, don't you, if your partner's playing on?
Correct, especially if it's not your side of the court.
I know. Unusual, that one from Shane. He's an experienced guy. Been in the tennis and paddle industry for a good few years now. Perhaps out of hope rather than belief, that one, but there you go. 4 love, 15 love. Second serve coming now for Joaquin. Nice shot. Shane advancing on the court. Danny saw him coming. You talked about shot selection for Enzo. As a player who, when you play, perhaps the smash just works time and time again, how tough is it to change that tactic when it's not working? Fight your instincts.
I guess it's about repetitions. So his favourite shot is the tip smash, the 3-minute smash. We trained that actually a lot last week, but noticed with Danny, his favourite shot's probably the bandeja cross court. So it's just in that game of flow of the match, he needs to try and change that tactic a little bit early, because he can play that shot really well actually.
5 love as the game is sealed, and we are on a non-stop train to victory, I think, for the Spaniards. Enzo and Shane will do well to get themselves on the board here and avoid the bagel in the second set. They competed nicely in the first set, and again, that word momentum Once it's underway, it's tough to stop.
I think two things that the guys did well. Danny's really controlled this net this second set. Moved forward well, used his volley. And Joaquin's been really solid for that right side, keeping the ball down with the Chiquita. And especially on his vibra, plays that really nicely. So I think great game management by the Spaniards. And it's just been a little too much here for Shane and Enzo in this second set.
Yeah, fought hard. Almost look a little inexperienced at times in terms of how to play against players of this quality.
Yes.
Just a little bit of decision making rather than quality of shot making, I think. So that's the difference. But yeah, all fun and games and relaxed now. We can see the Spaniards on court smiling away. And come on, Enzo, come on, Shane. Let's cheer them on. Let's hope they can get themselves on the board. They won't want a 6-love on their record in their home tournament. Shane nicely kept that low. And again, not looking to lob. He does now. And into the net from Danny. We need to put something here. Long from Danny. 30 love. Oh, beautiful shot from Shane. 40 love. Game point for Enzo and Shane. I think just wide. Oh, it's a shot, great volley, and another great volley. Oh, what skills at that point. Might not seem like a point of the match, only about 7 shots long, but oh, some fantastic shots in there. 3 in a row. 40-15. Nicely in the corner, well defended from Joaquin. Enzo attacks nicely, well defended. Shane pops that one high, and he knows he'll be under pressure. It's a good pickup. Oh, that one gets the better of Enzo, leaving him flat-footed. 40-30. And one last game point for the time being for Enzo and Shane. And Enzo pushes that volley long. Juice.
They were winning 40-0, they decided to win 1 point. Just 1 point.
Nice return, big stretch from Shane, tall man. Oh, just takes the net cord twice. And lands on his side. And it's match point for the Spaniards, Danny Bracel and Joaquin Florenza. Can they wrap up this second round victory now? Pretty quick time it would be. Been underway about 45 minutes. Oh, and that is the game. 6-4, 6-love for the number 1 seeds. They continue on. A good showing, especially in the first set from Enzo and Shane. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with live coverage of another one shortly.
No lo conozco físicamente. ¿Sí? ¿Sí? Pues puede ser. No, es que el monóxido no lo conozco. ¿Uno así gordito? Ah, pues sí, será eso. Pero yo esta vez apuesto por Paul y por el
Yeah, because we can make it that backward.
La clave va a ser ahora, de 11 a 2, que es el afternoon este. Sí, sí, lo ponía. Si pasamos el afternoon este así... ¡Xavi! ¡Vamos! No lo miraba, pero ponía...
Vamos, Xavi.
Good morning once more and welcome to Singapore. Great to be with you this morning. We are underway in the men's pro second round, and that is what we are bringing you coverage of on the green court here at the Cage Padel in Singapore. The Cage Padel Tribe, for the 9th APPT event. We are on day 3, Saturday morning, a lovely little crowd gathered here. What's a lovely little club actually. Wonderful vibe, really nice and chill, super place in the city. And yeah, just a lovely place to spend your day. And what better entertainment than some top quality paddle. The best paddle we have in Asia is on show here. And the players on court now are just warming up. Let me introduce them to you. On the far side, the unseeded team. It's Abdulkohar Elan and Brian Sarenas from the Philippines. I think we'll say Brian and Abdul for my pronunciation. Or he's got Alan on his back actually. So we'll say Alan and Brian. Brian playing on the right with the pink headband. Alan playing on the left. And they are up against the Spanish seeded team. Xavi Benito on the left. You can see Xavi perhaps on the back of his white shirt. And his partner, the left-handed Jose Soto, based in Singapore. Not won yet on the APPT Tour. He has been a losing finalist before. I think that was in HoChiMinh City, playing with Eduardo Laravedze. Xavi, the Spaniard, based in Bali, Jungle Paddle. The two Filipinos on the far side, based in the Philippines. It should be a lovely match. Ahead. My name's David. I'm your commentator for today's game. I'm joined in the commentary box with my colleague Gabby, who is doing the camera work, the scoring, all the tech, all the sound. He's an absolute whiz kid. And I get the easy job of just chatting to you. He does all the hard work. So thank you very much to Gabby. We'll be back with you shortly when the players are ready to begin for what should be a fantastic match. Thank you so much. Okie doke, people. Ladies and gentlemen, vamos, let's go. Underway. Lovely defensive shot from Alan, just sneaking over the net. 15 love as Jose Soto serves to get us underway. Nice serve into the glass. Brian unable to keep control of that one. 30-15. Lovely serve again, getting the better of Alan there. 40-15, so after losing the first point, they switch on cruise control. And 3 easy points, giving them the advantage early in the match. That's long. Just a little bit of pace from Xavi. A wry smile on his face. Not quite what he meant, I don't think, but good enough to win 1 love. Jose Soto, a very tall man. Must be, what, pushing 2 meters? And he's got legs longer than most people's full body height, I think, so...
Xavi's also
Huh?
tall. Xavi's also tall.
Xavi, yeah, his partner, also tall, but small in comparison, so... But a quite intimidating pair to lob. And for a man so tall, he moves lightning quick on the court, Jose, as well, when he wants to. Xavi happy to play the lobs here. Quick to the net now, as Alan lets that go. The Bahada into the body of Brian. He moves to control the volley, but it went wide. So love 15. Alan underneath this, beautiful shot, and almost rescued that. That just about rolled along the ground after it hit the back glass, but Jose just about dug it out, couldn't do so, and 15-0. Lots of players beginning to arrive from the other men's pro matches, checking out the competition, seeing what's hot and what's not. Good defence, high ball. Oh, Alan's missed it. Brian rescues it. And it's a good drop volley from Jose Allen. Coco. That's his nickname, Coco Allen. We'll call him Coco. Much prefer that. Never a nice feeling on the show court to do that, is it? But I'm sure he will prove to all of us how much better he is in the coming points and games. 15-40. And Jose tries to whip that one with his wrist on the forehand, but over whips. One too many whips from Jose. Drifts wide. And Javi happy again to send a high lob. And that's into the net, and there's the break of serve. 2 love as the Spaniards take the lead. Quite an interesting dynamic in this one where the left player tends to be the aggressor, but Jose, as the right player and a left-hander, very naturally aggressive. So Javi playing on the left side, but almost in a right player role, I would say, in this one. Just going to be steady, get the ball back, safe volleys, safe lobs, solid defence, and let Jose take the headlines.
I'm more used to seeing Xavi on the right than Xavi on the left, usually.
Xavi usually on the right, but a left play. So versatile to switch, and there is that attacking instinct from Jose. And he got a bit lucky, a little wry smile towards his partner there as he makes his way back to his mark, knowing that Brian should have probably done a little better getting that one back. But early in the game, players still finding their rhythm. That's a nice lob to the backhand of Jose. That's much better play from Brian in at the feet. And you see just a little bit of pressure on Jose there, forcing him backwards, unable to change his game and get the ball back in play. .40-15 as we start a little sing-song in the commentary box. Ooh, looking to inject a little bit extra pace and spin on that one, Jose. But he forgot to put the ball over the net, which is a crucial part of the play. And he goes for a big swing there. It was a swing and a miss. One for each team now, and that's nicely down the middle. Regained his composure after the attempted expansive shot. And 3-love for Javi and Jose in the first set. Back with you shortly. We'll pop to some ads. So back underway, we're 15-0. You've seen a couple of points go by there. And into the net from Brian, unfortunately for him. As you can see so far, Xavi and Jose have been solid, if not spectacular. And that's been enough to give them a 3-love lead. And I'm sure they'll be happy to continue playing exactly that way as another one drifts long. 15-40 and more break points without Javi and Jose really having to do a whole lot apart from get the ball back in play. The Filipinos feeling the pressure a little bit, feeling like they have to do just that little bit more to win points, and that's leading to errors, which often happens when you're playing against a team believed to be superior. Perhaps we were a little wrong, maybe 30-40 now, sorry. And again, you see that all that happened there was the ball went back in play. And the point was won. Short ball now. And that's a good smash. Just one. Ooh, it was a nice spin by Jose, but he went for the sneak attack. Got it wrong, and it's an advantage for the Filipino pair as they look to get their first game in the match. The things you love to see. A fluke of a winner. The high lob. A bit of a miscue, bounced out. Just two. That one lobs in. Jose quick to say mine. Big vibra towards Coco. And into the body. An advantage again. Break point once more for the Spaniards. They'll have two because the next would be golden. But they'll look to clinch it with the first. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication from Javi and Jose. A golden point. Maybe, no? Yeah. Oh, beautiful drop volley from Brian there. No, I thought it was golden point. They must have miscounted. Said it was just two, so advantage for the Filipino pair. That could have been the game for them otherwise, if they were keeping count. But it's into the net from Javi as he looks to accelerate that backhand return. And 3-1. The Filipinos are on the board, much to their relief. Jose Soto to serve. 3-1 to the good. Volley down the middle, and he was there waiting. And I think that's on the netting above the football field. That'll be a lost ball for now. 15 love, 3-1. Long from Coco. He got into position nicely, but he couldn't control it, and it sailed long into the back glass. Lovely drop volley down the middle. Behind the back from Jose, and it's long on the trick shot. Just out on the serve, 30-15. Lovely volley from Jose. Just that extra backswing, extra follow through, just pushing that one a little bit more speed. Too much for the outstretched arm of Brian. And it's 40-15. Lovely serve down the tee, and that's long. 4-1, first set for Javi and Jose. It will be Coco and Brian to serve next when we return. Back underway, Coco serving. And Coco underneath, lovely into the corner. Xavi does well, great adaptability there. Oh, it's a big vibra from Jose. Now he's under pressure, he does well in defence. Xavi sends this one high. Coco across to take. Brian, lovely reactions at the net and a little fist pump. Happy with himself there. $15 for the Filipinos. That was a much more confident point from them, the last one. That looks like their game. Brian, lovely and quick at the net. Coco across to take the high ball again. He doesn't get back, and a grimace. Jose read it well with a double-handed backhand down the line. Almost looked like Coco wasn't moving quite as nicely as he would be there. A little grimace on his face. 15-all. Oh no. Oh, Brian. 15-30. Coco to serve once more. It's on that. Brian, super this time. 30-all. And good from Brian there. He'd missed the overhead just the point before, so the confidence go for it straight away on the next one. Great to see. Good volley from Coco. Nice and gentle, giving him plenty of time to secure the net. And a nice overhead in there, forcing Xavi to play it high. That's good from Xavi, and once more, they're under pressure here, but defend nicely. Good angle from Brian. Oh, Zé Soto with a no-look forehand down the line. The reaction from the crowd, they loved that one. Took his eyes off the ball. A bit of kidology. Beautiful shot. 30-40, break points. Coco plays it gently through the legs from Jose, and he looks to show us everything in his box of tricks. But that one wasn't successful. Juice. Juice one. Jose, gentle return. He's quick to the net there after his Chiquita, and he does well. And Javi into the gap. Good defense. And that one was nicely done. Almost no power on his overhead. All angle, all wrist. And add out. Coco preparing to serve. Break point down once more. Into the net. And that's wide. And there is the double break. 5-1 for Jose and Xavi. They march on their way to the first set. Xavi Benito serving. Forehand volley into the corner. Brian does well, and Jose put his arm, his back, and everything into that one, but it was the top of the net. Love 15. Gentle touch this time, and he tried to cover, but Brian played that really well, reading the intention of Jose. Love 30, a little bit of pressure on their serve. A double break up though, so no cause for alarm.
Jaco Ben Shungo Ayato. Court number 2. Ayato Shungo, blue court. Jaco Ben.
Lovely high lob from Xavi. Brian underneath, Jose at the net. Super stuff. 30-all. Love 30 has been recovered. chance for Xavi once more. Super shot, 40-30, set point. It was a weak shot from Brian, the right player of the Filipino team. And Xavi took advantage with glee. Game point, set point for the Spaniards. Looking to win this one 6-1. Just long. And that's good enough. I don't think it was quite the shot Javi was after, but it wins them the set. 6-1, they lead in this second round men's pro match here in Singapore. The Blairs will take a rest now for the next 90 seconds or so, and we'll be back with you once they are resuming. Nice shot from Brian, changing the pace there as the second set gets underway. 15-love for the Filipinos. Just the start they were after, having had a tough time in the first set to the Spaniards. Just out, clipping the net cord, which took it onto the side fence. And that's wide. 30-love though. Oh, Jose just about losing his footing there, and the lob goes long. I think he would have just forced that extra just as he started to fall backwards. All three courts here at the cage, occupying men's pro second round matches at the moment.
Go to record, come on.
Lovely shot from Jose there. 40-15. Long on the serve. Pity for Jose, it was a nice return, low into Coco. And an error from Coco.
Report the score. Thank you. And bring the ball.
So 40-30, still a game point for the Filipinos, and that's an ace to win the game. Jose looks at his partner to say, how can that be? How can you let yourself be aced? But that's what happened. 15 love, sorry. Just some friends arriving. We were greeting them here.
Fourth service.
But yeah, he's not even close. So. Game for Jose and Xavi. 1-1 in the second set. Coco to serve next. Into the net from Brian on the overhead. Xavi happy to send another lob up there. That one's a little high, and he recovers nicely though. Sending the lob just in. Big Bajada coming. It bounces back all the way to Brian, but he couldn't react fast enough. Sort his hands out and love 30. It was a good Bajada, not a great Bajada, but good enough. Bounced high up off the back glass, giving his opponent a chance, but he'd be looking for a little bit more spin on that. Into the net now this time, 15-30, and an easy point back for the Filipinos. All. As the lob goes long. Oh, nicely across from Brian. A good surprise. Backhand volley down the middle, poaching across. Gives the game point to the Filipinos, 40-30. The winner of this match will progress to the quarterfinal, and they'll actually play the winner of the match that's just gone on court next to this. On the blue court, you can maybe see to the right of the screen between Shungo and Hayato against Ben and Yako. So the winner of those two matches will be up against each other. Juice. That's quite a bit wide from Coco. Perhaps confused which side he was serving to. But he gets this one right, and into the net once again from Jose, much to his disappointment. 2 unreturned serves from him in this game. 2 easy points for the Filipinos. They'll be very grateful for. The men's pro on the red court still ongoing. It's been a long one. Probably on court about 90 minutes now. They've just had a slightly long break, so they might be heading into a third set, or perhaps halfway through it, who knows. Oh no, back underway. Xavi serving. 15 love. Brian with the top change. Playing in white now. Jose happy to let that one go, withdrawing his racket. 130 love, as quick as a flash, 2 unreturned serves. And that one is in play. Jose takes it into the corner. Brian couldn't work it out. It's very tricky when you go to play against a left-hander and all of a sudden it starts spinning the way you're not expecting. Obviously the majority of players right-handed that you would be playing usually. Lovely volley from Xavi, and Coco doesn't even attempt that one. 2-2 in the second set. It will be Brian to serve next for the Filipinos. Just a little bit of topspin on that return from Jose, and the acceleration of his arm there just seems to catch the opponents out every single time. Coco had positioned himself quite far up the court there, and what could have been an easy ball if he was deep became a half volley. Xavi couldn't get any purchase on that one, so 15-all. Into Jose once more. Long. That's lovely play from Jose, just guiding that volley on the forehand. Just over the net, Brian popping it into the top of the net in return. 15-30. Into the net. Better shot from Brian, lots of spin on it into the feet of Jose. Recovers well, the point continues, and that's out. 15-40 to break points, and what could be a crucial moment of the set. Already lost the set, first set 6-1. They don't want to go a breakdown in the second, but that's what looks like could happen now at 15-40. They will aim to fight back, of course. Just long on the first serve. And there is the game. Lob nicely into the corner. Brian struggled to deal with it, and that's the game. 3-2 for Javi and Jose. They lead with a break in the second set, and well on their way to victory now. And a big smash into the backside of Coco. 15 love. Into the net, 15-0. Down the middle, Brian gets it back. Hosey's there, as easy as you like, popping it out. 30-15. No, complete misread from Coco, 40-15. Huh? Just long. Game for Jose and Xavi. And they lead in the second set, 4-2. Coco to serve next for the Filipino pair. They've not found this easy, and that from Jose was a little bit of a show-off move. Trying something fancy there to please the crowd. Perhaps thinking the match is already won. I'm sure Brian and Coco will not have enjoyed that. And they lead now 30 love. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think 30-15. Brian left it. Long on the first serve from Coco. Second serve coming now. Nicely off the side fence, but Jose read it superbly well. 30-0. And whilst Coco hit a lovely shot there, it wasn't good enough to win. The point. Oh, it just goes back on his own side. 40-30, game point for the Filipinos. Nice Chiquita from Xavi, and Jose had made his way into the net. But they wrong-footed him. 4-3 still with a break, Javi and Jose. They lead. And we'll resume with Javi serving once the players are back on court. Xavi Benito to serve. Javi, sorry. 4-3 they lead in the second set. 2 games from a straight sets victory in the men's pro second round. Coco's return into the net. 30 love. Just out on the first serve. Good play by Brian there, getting into the net nicely, surprising Javi. And 30-15. That's wide. Coco, got to say, his return to serve not been up to scratch in this one. A lot of errors, a lot of cheap points for the Spaniards, with the serve just simply not being returned. And that's a beautiful shot from Jose, bouncing into the fence, and 5-3 they lead. It will be Brian to serve next, serving to stay in the match. Just called out on the serve. Beautiful play from Brian, lovely shot, lovely angle. First point of the game goes their way, 15 love. Coco underneath this, slow bandeja, Brian doesn't get it out. I thought he might have just crept over the net on that one, but no call from the opponents, happy to play on. And Coco into the net. Unfortunately for him, a match littered with errors. The left player has to be a little riskier usually, but I feel like he's taken one risk too many on too many occasions. So into the net from Javi, 30-all. And that's, oh no, it was 40-15, sorry. Game. So Brian and Coco, they do hold serve. They trail 4-5. Still a breakdown, and they must break in the next game. It will be Jose Soto to serve to clinch the match. And as I say, the Filipino pair must break if they want to remain in the match. So we'll resume in a moment or two. So here we go, potentially the last game of the match in this men's pro second round match. Jose Soto to serve, the left-hander, as I say. Oh. Net cord, and Coco once again with the error. Going long to the back glass. Jose, fantastic judgment, letting it by. Beautiful drop volley. Coco having absolutely no chance there. And a slightly floated return. Perhaps he was expecting a big smash to come, but it was the soft touch instead. 30 love. Oh, and he went for the same again. A break up, a set up, and 30 love up. Maybe the chance to practice. But he got that one wrong. And he goes long there, 30 all. Then it would be 40-15. And this long game, set, and match for Jose and Javi. They win 6-1, 6-4 against the Filipino pair of Coco and Brian. And they'll progress to the next round, playing the winners of the match on the next court. It will be Hayato and Shungo, or Yako and Ben. One of them. Those two pairs will play Jose and Xavi in the next round.
Yeah, everything fine.
Receiving. Receiving.
You might receive that. It's just on this.
Oh, you asked me to do both, yeah.
Oh,
But you film also, I think. So.
ready?
Lovely, gentlemen. Jose, congratulations through at the quarterfinals. A good game, a good start.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was very good feelings playing with Jose. It's more easy.
It's more easy. Good.
Pringle English, mate. No, yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I think we play a solid match. I think that also we're trying a little bit with our offensive fancy for us when we took the net. But with the Alcha defense, so we have to work a little bit on our defense and we will go first. But
So yeah, I think it's one
Good.
offensive player and one more defense.
yeah, I think
Lovely.
it's a combination.
Yeah, you're usually a right. Is that right? Yeah. Or left, or okay. Offensive left.
it's like, or they just take that last final big shot, you know?
And honestly, I didn't feel they were like great.
Or they got back a lot. They were able to like just keep playing. You know, like don't play good shots against them.
They were watching on a bit, saying it was going well. Okay. Right, see you in a bit. Chill. Okie dokie. Real Madrid. No Copenhagen or Thirty. How are you? Good.
Next time you need to do it closer here.
Hello again and welcome to Singapore once more to the Cage Paddle Tribe for the 9th APPT event. We are bringing you live coverage of another men's pro second round match. My name's David, I'll be your commentator for today. The players on court now. On the near side we have Tim Brown of Australia on the left, the taller of the pair with the green hat. And his partner on the right with the white hat from Italy, Andrea Melisi. Tim, a one-time winner of the APPT Tour in Ho Chi Minh City, two-time runner-up in the final. Both times, or all three of those, playing with Shungo, who is actually playing with Hayato on a different court at the moment. And their opponent, Singgi Suselo of Indonesia in the black top, and his partner Manel Tabuena of Spain, wearing the Singapore APPT top, the white and purple. It's a best of three set match. Tim and Andrea, the seeded team for this one. Manel and Singgi qualifying for the second round yesterday, whereas Tim and Andrea received a bye. And the players just finishing their warm-ups and getting ready to get underway shortly. Just need to disconnect from the stream briefly. We'll be back, I think, with a new link in a moment or two. Sorry about that, folks. Please bear with us.